So it's getting pretty late, starting to lose sunlight, but perhaps you guys will be able to see these with a certain amount of the color. This phone camera really isn't the best for color, and my colorblind ass isn't best at determining just how much vibrancy can be seen. But anyway, these are two of the larger Projectellus specimens that I found today. They've been growing quite a while. I've come to the decision that they're just not tasty enough for me, so I don't even want to pick them. Give you an idea of the size. You can see they are pretty big, especially for this kind of mushroom. This is about as big as they get. In fact, the caps are actually much larger than I usually find. I've only found caps larger than this just a few times. This is about the max that you're going to get, and really beautiful specimens. Maybe they are better when it's not so wet outside, when they're not completely saturated with water. And they might be pretty good if you dry them and use them either in soup after you dry them, or maybe use them as powder. I know some bolete pickers do that. So anyway, we got these pretty ones. Let's see if there's any others. What's this guy? Another one growing? There's another one growing right there. Another tiny one. Super tiny dude. But where there are a couple, you're sure to find a whole bunch more. Let's see what else we might find here. What's this? Oh, well, if you look at this one's infected with hypomyces. This one as well. Let's keep on going. Let's see what else we can find. Yep. Just came upon another specimen. There, that's a beauty. You can see, I mean, maybe if I put my hand next to it, you can see the cap is significantly smaller. They love growing right at the base. They definitely love their long needle pines, loblolly pines. There's another one just chilling. Much smaller. But really, once you get a... Oh, look, here's another one. Once you get a view, once you kind of understand their basic morphology, it's really difficult to start confusing them with anything else, especially considering how gregarious these are. They really do sprout in fairly large numbers, and they are a invasive species, as I've been told. They definitely like to take over. Now, I haven't read anything about them being parasitic or dangerous to the environment, but you never know, right? You never know. What if they take more from the trees than they give? And it might be one of the reasons why the trees die out here in this area that I'm in. I'm not going to divulge my spot, but just take my word for it. Ah, look, here's another one. You can see, just compare the size of this cap, right, compared to the other one. The other ones we saw earlier. Whoa, whoa, look at this, look at this. Now, this guy's been around for a while. This guy's at least a week old. Look at that. Really dark. A huge cap. And there's a lot more where that came from. Check it out. Check it out. When I said these guys are gregarious, I wasn't lying. One over here. Got another one right over there. And two more right over here. This one and his cousin Ralph right over here. Yeah, that's pretty soft. That's feels like it's really saturated. Maybe this color is indicative of either age or maybe also how much water they sucked up. Because the younger one, I mean, yeah, compare this one, right? Look how dark that is compared to this homeboy right here. I'm gonna take this one out of the ground just so we can take a look at it. Yeah, this one's very new, very young. You can see that cupcake type of poor underside hasn't really overtaken the bottom yet. And like I said, the cap is really, really small. But this is usually the way I find them. I usually find them closer to this than to this. So I can only speculate that this is end of life right here, end of life. And the same must be true for those two over here and those two over there. Let's keep looking. Let's see what else we can find. Yep, look at that. This guy is gonzo. I think it's fair to say that when they have caps this dark, that is a way of saying end of life. Also, it's kind of starting to get a little slimy, so it might be in its beginning stages of decomposition already. Let's see if we can find any more. Yep. There we go. Another one. End of life. Look at that. Oh yeah, that is super sucked up with water. You know what? So now I really don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's possible that they get like this because they get super saturated, and then it slows their growth at that point, and then they just start, I don't know, darkening the way they do. I mean, that felt like total mush, but not mush in the sense that it was old, just super saturated. All right, look what we got here. We got a few more. See? And this is what a young one looks like. These came up after the rains. Look at, wow, that is a firm and beautiful mushroom. There's a tiny one right here doing the same thing, waking up. In 48 hours, this guy's going to be a monster. And then, over here, check it out. Different color, right? And the bottom's starting to be more cupcakey. I'm going to pull this one so we can see. See how that is fuller. Has that cupcake look to it compared to the young ones where the underside, the pores are not so puffy yet. And this one's pretty wet too. Yeah. This one came out. This one almost certainly came out during the rains or before the rains as well. Here's another one. Another one hiding. Again, dark cap, puffy underside, older specimen. Starting to get pretty dark now, but hopefully you can still see. There we go. Another young one. Small cap, not so dark. I'm going to leave these guys alone and see what it looks like 24, 48 hours from now, if I remember these spots. And my eyes did not deceive me. I think further here you might have a couple more hiding out. Yep, here they are. Brand new. These guys are brand new. Tiny fellas. Just coming out. Well, let's see what you guys look like in a day or two. And whoa, whoa, what contrast. Check this out. Little guy, just starting out. Older fella. Older fella. Dark, saturated, end of life. Over there, young fella, just coming out. Over here, older fella. Those are the actual taxonomic clades, in case anyone was wondering. Older fella and younger fella. You can actually find those in the mycological literature. Let's see what else we got here. Now this this is not a Projectellus. This right here is the king bolete of the south. This is the Boletes pseudopinophilus, found primarily in Gwinnett County, Georgia. I have yet to find it anywhere else. These guys are eaten through, I mean wormed up, the moment you find them. It doesn't matter what size. This is a tiny dude, barely coming out of the ground. I guarantee you, he's completely eaten through. You can even feel it in the... Look at that. That's not rot. That is just hungry worms and maggots eating through it. Look at that. See that one there? Projectellus. End of life. What do we have over there in the back? See that? Looks like a common gild. Let's see. Is that a common gild mushroom? Yep. Yeah, some kind of an amanita or something. Let's keep looking. Still have a couple of minutes of daylight. Whoa. Look at this, old king. Oh yeah, man. You are a biggin. Look at that. This is about as big as Projectellus gets. Obviously, at this point, I wouldn't recommend eating, even though bugs are not big fans of the Projectellus. You can find ones this big completely devoid of bugs. I don't know if it's their citrusy flavor or aftertaste or whatnot. I know lemongrass is used to keep insects away. That's what my wife tells me. So maybe, just to give you an idea, look at that. That is a big Projectellus. Maybe that's the reason why the insects don't like them too much. I don't know, but compared to Pseudopinophilus, they are practically clean. Let's see what else we have here. I think there were a couple more here I saw the other day. Yep, check it out. Here's another one. Starting to get dark. Yeah. Another Projectellus. Gorgeous mushrooms, they really are. I'm actually kind of upset with myself that I can't find an appetite for them. Maybe it's just me, maybe I'm doing something wrong, because they're absolutely edible. Let's keep looking.